Hey everybody, what's going on? Scam Warrior here. I'm bringing you this video, and the topic for the next few videos like this are going to be more of advancing your skill as a player in Modern Warfare 3. Now, this one here, I'm going into more of the support role and what it means to be running support. Now, for this video, what I've done is I have actually the ACR unlocked. I used my unlock gear to get that, whatever. I've also managed to get it leveled up a little bit, so I have the silencer and the red dot. And the rest of my loadout is the SMAW, which you get right away, I believe. I'm also running SITREP. I'm running Hardline, and I believe I was running Sleight of Hand Pro. So, the thing that I wanted to get to here is the kill streaks. Now, a lot of times when you're running support, you see the guys that are running like the, you've got your EMP, and then you've got like the remote sentry, and you've got the guy also running stealth bomber. And while all that can be pretty helpful, you should really be doing that if you're in the assault, which is stacking your kills. So for this, I would highly recommend that you have some sort of UAV, at least one. I actually have two here. So I've got regular UAV, followed up by SAM turret, and followed up by advanced UAV. Now, the purpose of having the two UAVs is because if I get 3 kills, I get the UAV, which, isn't all that difficult for me. So then at 5 kills, the SAM turret, which is extremely helpful when you're running support. I highly recommend using it if you are running support. And then I've got the advanced UAV. Now, having the UAVs up a lot helps your team out by showing them where the enemy is running. And because this is domination, that is key. If you know where the enemy is going to be, you are going to be able to plan accordingly. Now, I'm going to tell you this in advance. My team loses this by 5 points. Now, a 5-point loss, for me, is enough to say, yeah, that's a pretty good strategy. Not to mention the fact that my final score does also reflect that I was running this sort of a strike package and just my skill. So, as you'll see at the end of this, I actually do get a very close kill and death. It's not my 20 and 10 like I usually post, but it also is because I was running the flags instead of going for kills. So, continuing on here. My recommendations for your gun setups. I would highly recommend playing Domination if you're running support, to have a silencer on your gun, because if you've got the silencer on your gun and you fire, it doesn't give away your position. So if you and another guy are trying to take a couple people out, the other guy who has no silencer has the range, so he can take out the guy that's farther away, possibly. And as you're shooting at either target, you can't be seen, so he can be seen. They're going to focus on him, and you generally have a good chance to be able to take out the targets, helping out your teammate. Now, that doesn't always work, and sometimes you'll notice that, so don't get bummed out if your teammate dies or if you die because you were seen. It's gonna happen, obviously, so just keep that in mind. Now, also, when you're running the support setup the way that I am, having the SAM turret and the SMAW are going to help you control the air. When you're running support, please make sure you're controlling the air, because if you control the air, you're taking out care packages, you're taking out Osprey gunners, you're taking out chances of people getting juggernauts. I wasn't paying as close attention as I should have been for this, but there's so much that you can do, because most of the kill streaks revolve around air. So if you're constantly taking out enemy kill streaks, they're not going to get the same scores they usually get. They're not going to be able to dominate you quite as easily, and it's going to help your team in the long run. So, you need to control the air if you want to win. Okay, next. I kind of want to talk about what you should look out for. What you need to watch out for is the people that are camping. Now, everybody's like, oh, obviously you need to watch out for the people that are camping. But a lot of times, those people that are camping are going to have something to watch their backs. That way they only have to watch one door. There's 2 ways to get in, but they only need to watch one. So, my advice for that is to have something that has sitrep. Now, sitrep will help you get into the building, and if there's any sort of like claymore or the person has Bettys, things like that, you're going to see them. As well, if somebody throws a grenade towards you and you're not sure where it is, and your last hope would be to throw it, if you don't have sitrep and your last hope is to throw it because it's been on the ground for a couple seconds, you're most likely going to die from my experiences. Having sitrep, if somebody throws the grenade at you, it will pop up red. So if it's in your field of view, it will be bright red. Along with things like the airdrop traps. If somebody has an airdrop trap out and you think it's going to be a regular care package, if it's glowing red, it's definitely a trap. So, running sitrep can be quite a help. If you're not running sitrep, my advice to you would be run Stalker or Marksman. If you're running Marksman, what you're going to want to do is be closer to the back of your teammates. Now, if you're doing that, you are not going to want the silencer. The silencer is going to cut down your range. You're not going to be able to get those guys at far away. So, if you're running Marksman, do not use the silencer. Now, on the other hand, if you're running something like Stalker, you're going to be able to go into all those buildings. Just keep your gun drawn. You can move a lot faster. It's going to help you out. You can check your corners quicker, possibly take out that guy, and be more accurate than he is if he's just hip firing. The other option is to steady aim. Now, steady aim, I find, is a lot more helpful whenever you're doing a run and gun game. And a run and gun game, for me at least, usually is my specialist. Now, I will be doing other videos for specialist and assault later on, so if you guys want to see that, let me know and tell me which one you guys want to see first. Do you want to see assault or do you want to see specialist? So, continuing on from that, some other things that you can try out for perks would be scavenger. So if you're running around and, you know, if you've got, steady aim. If you've got steady aim on, you're going to be spray and praying. So if you're running around just spraying, you're going to run out of bullets faster than the guy who's aiming down his sights, who's picking his shots, picking his best times to get those shots. So running scavenger, you're going to be able to pick up the bags off of either your teammates or your enemies. And whenever you're just running and gunning, running into the enemy, you kill him, run to his body, he'll drop a blue backpack, that'll refill your ammo. Another thing you can try out is sleight of hand. Sleight of hand is going to help you in those situations again with your running gun, and a lot of times it will also help you with your more support, my version of support. So with sleight of hand, if you're kind of getting in close, trying to help your teammates get those kills instead of you always going for the kill, the fact that you can reload, if your teammate's going to die and you take his kill, I don't think he's going to be all that mad at you. You just saved his life. So using sleight of hand, you're going to get that advantage of reloading your clip a lot faster. But then again, if you're running and gunning, if that's your strategy, then having sleight of hand is going to help you as well, because running in you're spraying out all those bullets, and reloading actually takes a few seconds depending on what gun you have. So that's going to be a big hindrance for you in that situation. So you can try that. Now, another thing that you might want to try out, if you think you're going to be running flags more often than just running and trying to get all the kills, you can try using extreme conditioning. Now, extreme conditioning is going to let you run for much longer. And little tip here, whenever you're facing, whenever you're facing a Juggernaut, if you stick him directly with a Semtex, one Semtex, it will kill him. Anyways, that's all the time I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. So, Game Warriors signing out. Don't forget to comment and subscribe.